You are a real estate agent, a financial planner, a mortgage lender, or an insurance agent, and you said things like, I don't get enough referrals. How can I get better referrals? How do I get more real estate referrals? How can I get more and better referrals from my sphere of influence? How can I get more referrals from my clients? Well, we're going to cover that and a whole lot more coming up. Hey everyone, my name is Rick Silva, the creator of the One Referral Away coaching course for real estate financial planners, insurance agents, and mortgage lenders. So in the beginning of the video, you heard me say things like, how do I get more referrals? How do I get better referrals? I don't get enough referrals. The referrals I get aren't that great. Let's just say this first. It's your fault. It's your responsibility. If you want better referrals, you have to teach your clients, teach your sphere of influence, teach your power partners, teach your center of influence how to send you more and better referrals. It's your job to teach them. The number one tool you use to teach them is called the prospect profile. And I'm going to show you the one I've been using to close thousands and thousands of sales and to help my wife close over 680 sales in the last 9 years in our land banking business. So it is a form of real estate. It's called land banking. Again, closed over 680 deals, all referrals, no leads. I don't work with leads. I don't believe in leads. Leads take too much time to close. There's too many tire kickers, too many people asking for discounts. I want referrals where they're ready to go. Let's dive right into the prospect profile. So you'll see all kinds of lines here in front of you. We're going to break this down and go over each one one at a time and the importance. Whether it's a client, now most people are taught, hey, when you make a sale, you go up to your person you just made a sale to, hey, do you have any friends or family members that I could potentially help? When they give you a name and number, they give you a lead. It gives you nothing. Now you're cold calling. We want to teach these people how to send highly qualified clients who are ready to go. So whether it's a past client, current client, or a CPA, financial planner, estate planning attorney, your sphere of influence, when they start sending you names and numbers, we want those to be qualified on a silver platter so they're easier to close. Let's look at the screen. Prospect profile. First thing on the list is name. Now, if there's any interesting type of pronunciation, we want to find that out so when we're talking to the person, we say their name properly. It's pretty simple. The city they live in, because it's possible that they live out of the area you service. You want to find that out right away. And if it is an area you don't service, refer them to somebody else. You can get referrals fees from that. Do they have kids? Now, the importance in what we do with land investing is if they have kids, we're going to talk to them about the pains of the expense of raising kids, college fund, all that good stuff. So if you're working in the world of investments and they have kids, we want to drop in the cost of college. If they don't have kids, we don't do that. So we can now custom tailor our presentation to the client. If they don't have kids, let's not talk about college. Are they married? If you're going to present, make sure the husband and wife are there if they're married. Even if they say, my wife doesn't have any say, or I've had many women say, my husband has no say, until the very end of the presentation, and they say, I have to talk to my husband. So you want to get anybody who needs to say yes, you want to get them on the presentation. Credibility assessment. And credibility assessment goes into what an ABC client is, and I'll cover that on another video of how they're seen by the referral source. And I don't want to go too far down the road, but you want to know the credibility they have with the referrer. We want to know what they know so far. What have you told them? Have you just said, hey, you got to talk to this, you got to talk to Rick, but you haven't told them anything else? Or I told them you're the only real estate agent they should talk to, and they're looking forward to talking to you. We just want to kind of know what they've been told. What type of investor are they? Methodical, strategic, independent, or sophisticated? I'll go over a little bit more detail on that shortly. So here's a different type of prospect profile. Again, pronunciation. Community model goes into something regarding land that I don't need to explain to you here. It's just something that I use. I like to know where they live. Transactional familiarity. Have they purchased homes before? Do they currently own a home? Do they own multiple homes? You just kind of want to know what they know about the real estate world. We discussed stakeholders. What generation are they? Now, this worked a lot better before COVID. Our only choice really is to do a lot of this virtual. And I moved 90% of my business virtual. So I can't go too far down this road because it's virtual. And if it's face-to-face, it's small groups with masks and all that good stuff. But we want to know their age range so we know how to present to them. I want to know roughly their age in my business to know what type of land parcel to recommend. In your business, it might be if somebody's in their 50s, 60s, or 70s, maybe they don't want a 2-story home. So we're just learning about the client, getting as much information as we can before we make contact. Now, just to digress for a second, most people get a referral and just start banging the phone. Not only do I get this filled out, and if I don't get this filled out, by the way, I will not make contact because I don't chase leads. So if this isn't filled out by the referrer about the referee, then I just let it go. So we want to get this filled out because it helps with the close ratio. Obviously, we want to get contact information if they have email, and we want to know about their children. So I'm just showing you a different type of prospect profile. College savings if they have kids. If they don't have kids, or if their kids are older, we're only dealing with legacy. This is strictly for those of you involved in investments. We want to know what they do. Now, in my business, about 80% of the 650 to 700 real estate transactions we've done, about 80% are done with old 401ks. So I like to know what they do. If they're engineers, they probably have multiple old 401ks. By the way, to digress again, after this gets filled out, before I contact the referee, I go on LinkedIn and Facebook, and I want to see what type of pictures they post so I can see what type of interests they have. See if they like to travel, what their hobbies are, where they live. If you see a lot of pictures of them and their kids, they're into their children or their family. Some people don't have a family or aren't in the family. We want to learn about the people. This is step 1, is get the prospect profile filled out. Step 2 is Facebook and LinkedIn. Do recon before we make contact. What type of investor are they? Methodical, strategic, dependent, or sophisticated? I'll go over that in a second. What types of languages? So we have a mortgage lender who has sent us 60 to 65 deals in the last 4 years that we've closed. She speaks Spanish. So whenever we need a translator, she does it. Now, when we get referred clients from other people, and the preferred method of communication is Spanish, we bring the mortgage lender in, she does the translation, and we pay her a referral fee. Now with land, we can pay referral fees because it doesn't fall under RESPA, so we can compensate for that. Educational background, it's very good to know what schools they've been to, because if you can do anything you can to build a commonality there, to break down the barriers and get in closer with them, the sooner the better. Now, I was an engineering recruiter years ago, so I had done staffing with people from Stanford, MIT, Carnegie Mellon, and I would be able to come up with stories that related, and the only way I can come up with the relatable stories is to do recon about the person. It's very interesting in our world, those who you think won't, those who you think can, can't. You'll see the person driving the Mercedes and they have $50 in the bank. Then you see the person with the broken down pickup truck. They own 3 homes and have $300,000 in the bank. So try never to prejudge. That's one of the biggies. Try never to prejudge. And then credibility assessment goes back to the ABC client. I'll put a link to a video for that. We also want to try to find out in the upper right-hand corner, some people are motivated by pain and loss. You'll be talking to them and they'll go, oh my God, I had an opportunity to buy this house, and I listened to my friends. I didn't buy it because they told me not to, and I lost a ton of money. That would be motivation by pain. Some other people, you paint a picture when you have this investment. Just imagine the vacations you can go on. You can retire early. You can retire with more. Some people are motivated with pain. Some people are motivated by pleasure. You can only find these things out by talking to their trusted advisors. The different types of investors, this is just a real brief on that. A methodical investor, one that automatically puts away X amount of dollars per month without thinking about it. Strategic is somebody who does their own due diligence, believes in paying extra to get the best deals, meaning they're willing to hire an expert to help them. The dependent, they don't do any due diligence. They just react to hot tips. They buy low, sell high. That's a speculator. Those are the types of people that I generally do not like to work with. A little bit more in the know-it-all level, and you don't have to work with everyone. And then sophisticated, someone who has a $1 million liquid or more through investing. And then a really cool funny we have here, dirt, because I'm involved in land. How much debt do they have? Inflation affects people differently. How are they investing to overcome that? Are they looking for retirement? Are they looking to save on taxation? These are older slides. I just plucked them out real quick. If somebody has children under 15, how we would customize the presentation as an example would be, here's the average cost of raising a child. Here's some discussions about inflation. So if people just have money in the bank, they're losing money to inflation. So we want to talk about how our investment beats inflation. The cost of education, the cost of college, wow, it's crazy. When we were all kids, we used to think $1 million was a lot of money, and hopefully you're not in the world where you think $1 million is a lot of money, because if you look at just the cost of healthcare, I mean, by the time I retire, I'll be paying way over $1,000 a month. How long is $1 million going to last? Not very long. And I don't want to sit at home and not be able to travel or do whatever I want, buy a new car every few years. I don't want to be strapped because I didn't make proper investments when I was younger. So these are the types of motivators we use when we talk to people. And obviously then we talk about healthcare expenses. Again, these are just some old slides I pulled out. It's cost way more than this now, as you know. So hopefully this helps. Again, the importance of the prospect profile is if you're getting... Number one, I see people in real estate groups all the time, and they go, I was talking to a client, I did all this, I showed a bunch of homes, and then at the very end they said, how much will you discount your fee? How much are you making? I want to negotiate the fee. I want to knock you both of you down 1%. Or right at the last minute, I'm going to go with my neighbor. Or you show them a bunch of homes and they disappear. Every single time I ask the agent, it was a lead. See, leads are people who don't know you, they don't trust you. If you're real estate, mortgage, financial planner, or insurance agent, and you teach your past clients, your current clients, and then your sphere of influence, your power partners, your center of influence, your circle of influence, whatever you want to call it. If you're a real estate agent, mortgage lenders, CPAs, estate planning attorneys, you teach them how to send you highly qualified referrals. So yes, you would take this form and send it to all your referral partners and teach them how to send you referrals. And in return, you take one of these and you have them teach you how to fill it out. So you're sending them better referrals. When you're receiving better referrals, you now can work less and make more. And when you're sending your referral partners better referrals, they're happy. And then they're going to put in more effort to send you better referrals. I hope this helps. Prospect profile. If you need help building your referral network, go to One Referral Away and check it out. I do one-on-one coaching. I have networking courses. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.